as well. So see over here, many people fall into this low high low high high. So I make it very easy, just simple drop base drop. When it fails, so it breaks this high. When it fails, mark high high, then this is your entry point, and market came over here and took the entry. And I believe it, people took it already. Yeah, this is the one. So this was the zone I marked, and it went straight away directly from the zone. And this is how I like to mark the zones. And this was inside zone. So I marked the zone on H1. After marking the zone, I try to look the small QMs. So this drop, base, drop, and then it fails. I mean, it didn't fail yet, but I already marked it. I'm expecting to fail it. Then it came back, and again I will enter more trades over here, and I think market did exactly the same what I marked. Drop is drop, and it breaks this high and formed a high, and market came exactly the same zone. And this is your again continuation, which is a strong confirmation that market is reversing from here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we will talk about our next topic, which is QM. And previously I explained on my slide related to Bystra basic setups, how we use Bystra, and what we look for in basics in our Bystra. I explained rally based rally and drop based drop, entry points. There are only 4 entry points, and I explained visuals. I showed everything on my charts, and also I explained SNRC1, SNRC2, and this is Bystra 5. So today we will talk about QM, QMC, QMM. If you understand QM, this QMC and QMM will be easy. It will be very straightforward to you. And also QM, like other people explain, I will explain you in a very simple way, and you will understand very easily. SNRC1, SNRC2, visuals, and now we will move on to our next topic, which is QM. So QM, basically name came from Quasimodo, a cartoon character which has a hunchback. It's same like in Pushpa movie, hero. That is very famous movie. I really like it. So Pushpa was also having a bit of hunchback. So today we'll talk about QM, and QM name came from Quasimodo, a cartoon character that has a hunchback shoulder. You can search it if you don't know, if you want to search it. Otherwise, this is not related. And so we have normally 4 type of QM. One is simple QM, other one is QMR, QMC, and QMM. Okay, so why I include QM, simple QM in it? Actually, this is mainly in F5. It's QMR, QMC, QMM. Why I include QM? Because many people fail to understand or locate or identify QM in the market. So once you identify QM, everything will be very easy. Then these things will be very easy to you. So that is the reason I want to explain first simple QM. So let's go to our next slide and we will see what is QM. So simple QM and QMR both are similar. The only difference is that the QMR is reversal, only happens when the market reverses. When the market reverses from buy side to sell side, and similarly from sell side to buy side. And this is really important. Remember only when reverses, because when market is going on the uptrend on the continuation side, you will see QMC and not QMR. So yep, so QMR is something which happens in reversal market, and QMR is especially high risk high reward, because you never know when the market is reversing or not. So you find a QM, and if the market reverses from that QM, it means that is a QMR. It could be simple QM, it could be QMR, you never know. So that is the thing. So for QM and QMR, SOPs are exactly the same, because simple QM can be a QMR. Okay, that is really important, which nobody talk about. So QM or QMR, I mean, main thing is to understand basic QM. So SOPs for the QM is drop, rally based rally. So over here, I will explain rally based rally and drop is drop fails. Entry point base candle confirmation is higher time from double marbles or engulfing body candle. Engulfing whole candle you can also consider. I wrote it over here, body candle. So engulfing itself is really powerful. So now we will go for only buy side. We'll see check SOPs as well. So this is the same thing when people talk about low high low low high high. So market forms high high, and then we have a left shoulder over here. But I make it simple in a way that for the buy side, drop is drop when drop is drop fails. So this is what written over here. Drop is drop fails, then this base candle, which is the drop base candle, is your entry point. So uh, this is the best entry point as a left shoulder, but market sometimes retraces and take entry from the base candle. So as a whole base, I like to mark the whole base as an area and see the reaction of the market in a lower time frame. But we will mark this on time frame 2 or time frame 3 maximum. We can go to time frame 3. I would like to go only to time frame 2 maximum, depending on which time frame I'm using. So I'm not writing these things are really important. So let's say if I'm looking for a setup on monthly, then maximum I will go to daily. Daily will be time frame 3. So weekly and daily will be time frame. If I'm looking a setup on H4, so see the time difference, the time frame difference, it's big. And now it's very small, H4. So maximum I'll go to H1, not lower than that, because in M15 market really manipulates and the structure is really messy, and you can easily uh, identify the wrong ones, ignore the good stuff in M15. So it depends. Okay, so now I showed you the visuals of buy. Now we'll go to sell side. QM simple for the sell side. SOPs rally based rally fails. So rally based rally fails, it drops altogether. It can be I mean, I put it like this, but with the charts, it will be very easy. So the base candle we marked it, and market come to this zone, and we will sell. So this is how QM cell look like. So this is QM cell, simple QM cell. Entry point is a base candle, and confirmation high time frame engulfing or the double Marubozu. And a base candle is most of the time is the body of we mark, and sometimes we mark wicks as well. It depends. If the whole area of the base is really small, the body of the base candle is really small, then we consider the wicks as well. And why we don't consider wick all of a sudden, because sometimes the wicks are really big and we don't want to mark big zones, and we have to achieve at least 1 to 1 and then aim for 1 to 2. So 1 to 1, and then we move our entry, our SL to break even to entry point, and then we head towards 1 to 2. If the market provide 1 to 2, fair enough. Otherwise, it will hit our break even. So let's head towards the charts about QM or QMR. So see over here, market is in bearish, and we have this nice bullish engulfing. Okay, so I mark this bullish engulfing. By the way, I'm on H4 and your favorite pair, gold XAU USD. So I mark this bullish engulfing, and like I said, I like to go one time frame lower. So over here, inside engulfing, actually there is nothing over here, but here we do have a setup. If you see, drop base drop, and then this we cannot consider fail properly. This can be considered a fail properly because it break above to these zones. So we will mark this area. So like I said, base will be all candles. So if base has multiple candles, so we have to include those candles as well. Okay, and this area is also really big. We can also consider these as well inside it. Not every time, but most of the time it will be like this. So I will enter in the middle, and our SL will be just below this, and target if the market is coming from this zone previous high, and it can reverses all the way to the upside. Okay, so we will check it, how market reacts to our zone. My laptop is really slow at the moment. Wow. So I put it in the middle, and yeah, it reverses from here. So this is something which I like to notice when the market come near to this zone. I like to notice in M15. The entry will remain in according to H1. So I mark the zone according to H1. Entry can be in M15, but the marking of the zone always on TF2 when it comes to H4 setup. So you can see how many rejection candles. See it drops like very fast, and then over here it consolidating. When it starts consolidating, we can also enter over here when it breaks this um, consolidation area. So this here it also a small QM drop base drop, and then it breaks this. Okay, let me make it big for you guys so it will be more easy. So here, okay, let's move this and this as well. So here you see drop base drop, drop base drop, and it fails. So see, the previous high got broken over here. See this one, and then it came and took this entry, this one, and fly. So this is a small QM inside the QM. You understand? And this is also an our entry. So we can take the entry over here. This, and if we are taking entry over here, the SL will become very low. Okay, so but marking of the zone always, if you find engulfing on H4, if you are considering H4 as an engulfing or double bar bozu, then switch to H1. I don't go for H1 as an engulfing or double bar bozu. Many traders send me message, SNRC 1 zone, SNRC 2, or QM. for M15 and H1, so I don't consider lower time frames. Always H4 or H1 to find uh, F5 setup. That is least I can go down and not below. Okay, guys. So shared it. I opened it for you over here as well. Not the similar one, but the same kind of setups. I also share in the channel as well. So see over here, many people fall into this low high low high high. So I make it very easy, just simple drop base drop. When it fails, so it breaks this high. When it fails, mark high high. Then this is your entry point. And market came over here and took the entry. And I believe it people took it already. Yeah, this is the one. So this was the zone I marked, and it went straight away directly from the zone. And this is how I like to mark the zones. And this was inside zone. So I marked the zone on H1. After marking the zone, I try to look the small QMs. So this drop, base, drop, and then it fails. I mean, it didn't fail yet, but I already marked it. I'm expecting to fail it. Then it came back, and again I will enter more trades over here. And I think market did exactly the same what I marked. Drop is drop, and it breaks this high and formed a high, and market came exactly the same zone. And this is your again continuation, which is a strong confirmation that market is reversing from here. And this is actually a QMR which is reversing. I think you understand what is a QM. And I will try to explain these things in on my YouTube as a live once this Bystra series is finished. So this is how you need to mark the zones. I will go for one more thing, one more setup, just for your understanding how to mark these things. Okay, so I will move forward. I'm on H4, so don't go below H4. I don't recommend it. So I always look for either QM and go for higher time frame and see double Monobozu, or else I look for bullish or bearish engulfing candle as to look my setup. Okay, because that is more easy instead to look for a QM. When there is bullish or bearish engulfing, just mark it and go to one step lower time frame and you will find the setup. I'm trying to look exactly the same thing over here. So this is your bullish engulfing. So I will mark it lower time frame. So drop, base, drop, and then it fails. Okay, so easy. You just need to mark this drop as drop. If you fall for this loop, low high low low high high low low high high low low high high, you will stuck into the loop. Make it really simple. And when I say I considered wick as well, and I think this is the scenario when I consider wicks as well. So this will be like this. Okay, so when market comes over here, we will take our entry, put our limit order, or maybe you can wait when market come to the zone and check if market forms any small QM or consolidate near to the area. It means that market has potential to reverse from that area. Okay, so I found bullish engulfing on H4, and then setup is on H1. marked the zone, everything is done. Now you can move to M15 only for the entries to sharp your area for the entry, but um, zone marking always remains same on time frame 2 for H4 setups. Okay, so market is not coming down to the area, and maybe we are missing something over here. Okay, market is keep flying, so market did come to the zone. That is not an issue. We don't force ourselves to take the trade. So we found here bearish engulfing. So this is our only job, to find a setup inside this bearish engulfing, rally, base rally, and drop. So here you go, here you set up. Wick is slightly big, so I will stick to body and the upper wick, which is okay. So, and sell. So simple, it's really easy to understand like this. Okay, so gold give very high wick, so I'm just avoiding the wick, so it's a simple 1 to 2. And rally, base rally, drop, so it fails. So over here you will see high, low, high, high, lower, low, and then this is left shoulder. This is how people understand, so also saying it like this. Otherwise I consider it like drop is drop or rally base rally. Simple is that. Just keep it simple. Drop is drop or rally base rally. Okay, wow, it's just straight down, and market close, and there was a gap. I don't consider this, but let's say over here we booked already 50% of it, even more than that. And see how the sharp zone was. It just came and dropped. So this was the second example I showed you, and over here market didn't come to the zone, and I didn't force myself to take the trade. Okay, when the market don't come to your zone, leave it and move on. That's why I right away move to H4 and try to look if I'm missing something. And yeah, definitely I found something on the reversal side, bearish engulfing, and it has potential to reverse the market from here, and I took this trade. So this is QM and QMR. Okay, I showed you the example. So see over here it's coming, and just for the sake of education, let's see if market come to this zone and react or not. The one which I marked at the lower area. No, it didn't. It just broke. So see, you when it was really late retest. So when the market did come to the zone, always look for different setups. Okay, that's good. QM and QMR. Let's go to QMC. QMC is nothing but the same thing. It's exactly the same. You have to find and mark the zone, and zone marking I already explained you how you need to mark the zone. Okay, and rally based rally, drop based drop fails, that becomes your zone. And then draw a trend line, and head of QM must be a second drive of a trend line. Entry point base candle always remains the same, and high time frame bearish engulfing, bullish engulfing, or a double Marubozu. Simple as that. And this is your visual. So over here, let's say there was a SNR and we draw a line and put it over here, and we found that there is a drop base drop, and that drop base drop failed, and we mark the base area. This is our entry zone, and that head must be a second touch of trend line. Okay, sometimes people says that this right shoulder must also be touch over here. This is not mandatory, but if it touch over here, that is also really nice. Sometimes it just wicked over here and then fly. We always put our SL below this head, and I like to take those entries as a full margin when this left shoulder is really near to this head, because you will have very small SL. When there is a small SL, you can achieve more RR. 1 to 3, 1 to 4, 1 to 5 is really easy. Okay, and I haven't prepared any example of this QMC and QM. This is as simple as QM. You just need to find QM and you can draw a trend line. Okay, let me show you over here. So let's say this is a resistance, and I draw a trend line over here like this. Okay, so rally base rally, and then it dropped. So this will be your, I'm just, it's just an example I'm giving you. So this is, let's say this is your head, and rally base rally, it dropped, and then it will be your entry sell. This is how it works, the QMC. But I don't consider this trend line. This is education example and the content, so I thought to include it. But if you don't include this trend line, this drop is drop fail, and then this also works. And I already showed you the example, and I will show you some more example of QM as well. So QMC is nothing, just you have to put the trend line, that's it, just to the concurrency. QMM manipulation, because when the QMR or QM failed, formed rally based rally or drop based drop entry point in the same level with the left shoulder of the failed QMR. There are many type of QMM, but to be more secure or safe side, only entry consider those QMs with formation of engulfing in the higher time frame. Simple as that. Failed QM, leave rally based rally or drop based drop at the left shoulder level, exactly at the same level. And again, I don't have an examples, but this is just the visuals. So rally based rally drop. So what we do for the QM is we mark this base area as our zone, and here we enter for sell, right? But what will happen for the QMM, that market manipulate and fly and break our zone, came back in, and then fly again. So within the zone, market break and came back in. So that is our QMM. But it has to be like same kind of structure like this: high low high high low low. But I do it like this: rally base rally, and then it dropped, it failed this, and then this is our entry. But at the entry level, it forms this rally base rally. Okay, and if it is sell side, it forms drop base drop. This is the sell side. So if you understand QM, you will be fine with all the setups. Okay, and I explain these things in a very detail in my channel, and you can see like how I'm marking the zones. This is really important. See over here, I'm explaining things in a very detailed manner. When the market comes to zones, mark the zones and sharing, and see over here I found SNRC1, I shared drop is drop, how I mark the zones, and market reacts exactly the same way. And see, this how I'm marking rally base rally and drop. Then this will be our base candle, and that's your entry point, and this is exactly what the market is doing. And I keep posting, and this is what the market already did. And also in form of BBMA as well, explained what the BBM is doing. So BBM is just an indicator. So BBM also consider it, but Bystra itself, you have to understand some basics of candlestick, how it reacts in the form of. Anyways, uh, now we will move to GBP pair. Okay, GBP NZD, GBP CAD, GBP JPY. Those pairs are really nice pairs when it comes to give you entries. Let's move to a clean chart. I think I already draw some drawings in this, so I'm moving to this clean chart. Okay, so um I have not prepared anything, so I will find over here and show you what I'm talking about the QMs. So here we will look try to look QM and QMC. So this is your head. Let's see if we found something on the I marked this one because I found a bearish engulfing over here. This is bearish engulfing. Another one, this is bearish engulfing. Okay, forget about this for now. So I marked over here on H4. So your main job is to look for bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing on H4 or higher time frame. Don't go for H1. Okay, H1 we look for QM. Go. So this was first bearish engulfing I marked. So like I said, rally base rally or drop base drop, this is only you need. So here rally base rally, and then it failed. See over here, it comes to here. And what is our job? Mark the base candle. This is your entry area. Okay, this reaction, see over here, it came down, but market came and took the entry from here. And if you sell it over here exactly at this point, and SL is just above the head over here, of course you will not put exactly over here, and market just came exactly at this wick and then fly down. And previous low is 1 to 1.73 RR, but see market give us a really nice move, and we always trail our take profits. So this is one thing. Okay, and this is how you need to find a QM. This was one setup, and this was to explain you. And you know that there was a bearish engulfing over here H4, which I marked all together, both. So here also a setup for the bearish engulfing, rally base rally and then drop. So here is our base candle, and see over here what happened. Guys, I'm not doing anything, it's just simply came to the zone, took the entry, and back. That's why my zone, when the market come to the zones, it's really try to struggle to break that zone, and if don't break, it fall down. This is what happens. And I share zones with you like this. BBMA also as a direction, but I consider these as well, because these are really powerful, and I show you the example already. Okay, so if we draw a trend line and find over here really drop and market came to this zone, take the entry. This is how you need to mark this trend line. But trend line is just a extra confirmation. If there is a zone where you can mark the trend line, just mark it and mm, take that confirmation as extra confluency. But simple QMR also works. Okay, sorry. So this is how you need to mark. So again, show you the third example. Okay, I can see over here. Let me show you both scenarios. So our job is to find this bearish engulfing. So first bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing. Sorry, not only just bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing. Okay, so this is bearish engulfing, and over here, if you see closely, this is bullish engulfing. And now we will go to the lower time frame H1, and let me mark this so I will not lose that area. I don't know why my laptop is really slow, and the video is becoming big just because of this issue. Sorry for that. I really took time to create a video. So over here, you can see rally base rally and then this drop, and this is our entry zone. So I will mark it, the base candle. This is the reason I took that one as well, just to show you. See, market came and took this wick as well, this base. Sometimes it react from the wick, and sometimes over here I like to go for entries here. And if market didn't provide, I don't force myself. Sometimes I move to M15. I already explained you, go over there and see if the market is consolidating at near to that zone, and you can take that. Okay, so this is bullish engulfing which I marked. So you see over here, drop, base drop, and then oh, fly. But what we need to do is we need to mark the base candle and mark the zone. If market come to the zone, that is, but no, this is too big. I mean too late. I will not consider this. Yeah, market come to the zone, but I will not consider this. It is too late. This is too late, and that's why I just did a small reaction, but it is too late. So this is how you need to mark the QM and QMR, and QMM is just failed QM. I hope you understand this drawing. QMM is just failed QM with a rally based rally or drop based drop. It will fail, but fail with rally based rally. It must leave a rally based rally or drop based drop near to the left shoulder. Then that base will be your entry. See over here marked as base. This base will be your entry. So drop base drop. This fails, huh? And this come to the zone. This we will consider as a buy, but instead of buy it dropped, but while dropping it leave drop base drop, so that base is our entry. then we don't consider this, we will consider this. Okay, so that is your entry. This base will be marking as a zone. So this is how you need to mark zone, QMMs, and I will try to come live on YouTube and it more, because these topics um, are really vast, and these QMMs are not so easy to understand. It requires a lot of practice, and you, if you don't understand some stuff, you can just join my community on Telegram. So I will definitely explain you. So this area. So okay. So this is how you need to mark the zone. So if you don't understand anything, you just join my community. I share things along with reasoning, and I try to share reason as well. Sometimes very less reason, because when I'm traveling and I'm not in front of us. But most of the time, I explain things in detail in my Telegram community. So make sure you join and like, comment. Uh, if you don't understand anything, just write down your question in your comment box. So I will try to answer it. And see you on my next video. Thank you. Bye.